I'm going to begin, guys, just by asking, I mean, when you're sort of doing sort of an event like this, how important do you think it is to be promoting and kind of encouraging people to come and see British independent cinema?
Yeah, massively important. It's been so important in our careers, you know, just giving us that break and giving us a wealth of opportunity to play interesting parts and do interesting movies. And yeah, and it clearly means a lot to people here. Like wasn't expected when we read it out. You heard yes all over the place. It was really sweet because, as you were saying just earlier, like people put in so much work to get these movies off the ground. So when it comes to fruition, if it even gets made, then it starts getting recognised. It must be an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's not just kind of a glamorous event, sort of people like patting each other's backs. It's so much work and time and passion, and often you don't get any encouragement, so it's all completely self-fueled. So to see British film being encouraged to continue to be made, it's not kind of fall by the wayside and get forgotten.
Because I've never sort of ceased to be sort of amazed and surprised at how much effort and diligence it takes part on a film set from sort of hundreds of people sometimes. I mean, obviously you guys are always kind of there at the core of it, but how appreciative of you of just every job and every kind of role that everyone undertakes to make sort of film happen?
Like massively appreciated.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, there's even people like the script supervisors who make sure that a vase is in the same position in the background that it was in the other one. I mean, they go through hundreds and hundreds of hours to check that everything is perfect. That's a thankless task. Or the props guys who come in and reposition if you pick up a glove in a scene and chuck it back down, they come back in and reposition. I mean, that is a thankless job, but it would really disturb a viewer's enjoyment of a film if that wasn't it's tiny things like that. Then of course, you know, the big guns, the directors and the producers and everything, but the film wouldn't be good unless you had all of these people really focusing.
It's a bit of a sort of cliche, I guess, to say it, but do you find there is that more of a kind of community kind of and a camaraderie when you're on a kind of not British film, but an independent film?
Yeah, no, I think there is a massive difference between doing a massive studio movie and doing an independent film. Like when you do an independent film, you feel like you're at the heart of it, and you connect to every single person on it, and it's everyone sort of, you know, mucks in and pulls together to make something special, and you come away with amazing friends and an amazing experience. Sometimes on those big films, it's so big that you can't quite even sort of see what you're making, you know. There's
a film. This is banging my own drum, but there's a film in this that I did years ago, and we did it all. It was a complete labour of love. None of us took any payment for it, and the director's husband made all of the food. We were all carrying lights around. We were borrowing scuba equipment from the local diving place. It was it felt really. I mean, it wasn't Dogma, but it did feel very maverick movie making.
Is that Gozo? Yeah, no, because it must be so rewarding when you sort of see that name kind of read out. Even more, yeah.
It was nearly 5 or 6 years ago that we made the film, and it was just an experience. It was just a brilliant thing to do, and like Doug says, like the mucking in, and you do feel like you're really that you're telling a story, and there's none of the kind of the bureaucracy or the ego of it or anything else that might get in the way of ultimately what you want to do as an actor, which is tell a story. And then suddenly for it to reappear, you think, I didn't ever expect that to happen.
So just for those who don't know too much about it, what is Gozo all about?
Well, it's set on the island of Gozo, which is near Malta, and it's essentially quite a prosaic story. It's like a breakdown of a relationship, but it's sort of a psychological thriller, and it's the guy sort of slowly fails to be able to differentiate between reality and his imagination, and then the ramifications that has and everything around him. But it's quite an avant-garde film, I suppose.
Well, there's some incredibly strong films that you guys just read out before. Did you get sort of surprised? I mean, because the term kind of the label independent would suggest they're kind of more sort of, I guess, inferior to the kind of big blockbuster stuff. But if you look at this list, there's some incredible films in there, aren't there? Yeah,
really amazing films. But yeah, I would never say they're inferior to big films. I think it's just these are the movies that I actually like going to see. So it's amazing for them to come and see them being nominated. So. Yeah, and it's just so great to see so many people turning out. People are so supportive, and
hearing the people say yes for all they do, that is so lovely. How much people care about it.
So Gozo aside, what films is it? For films that you've seen that you're really kind of excited, but that you think that's quite special that you read out in the nominations this morning?
There were so many films listed there that actually I haven't seen them all. But like Daniel Blake, I mean, completely moved me. Obviously, I think Ken Loach is is brilliant. There's American Honey, fantastic. There's more. There's so many actually that that have been brought to my attention by this, which is why this event is so brilliant. Which means I've got a new list of films that I'm going to go and watch now.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, there's loads. It's quite a few I haven't seen now. So I'm very. I mean, I haven't seen Adult Life Skills. I love Jodie Whittaker as an actress. I haven't seen it. So that's the. I know, and I just missed it when it was out. So that's the one that I want to go and see.
So just finally, very quickly, Douglas, obviously you're playing Percy Shelley soon. Have you shot that one yet? And I mean, obviously having done kind of Boy George, and obviously recently Dan Leno as well. I mean, when it comes to kind of portraying real life people, do you feel almost like you've kind of done it? Is that pressure off somewhat?
I love it. I love portraying real life people. It gives you there's so much, because there's so much evidence to go and mine through, and loads of research to do, and it has its own challenges and its own. But I really enjoy it. I really enjoy kind of bringing someone to life in that way. So yeah. But I've just finished shooting Percy Shelley, the Storm in the Stars. So you'll see that soon, hopefully.
Thank you both for your time. Much appreciated.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.